Mark, still a very busy scene here. You can see here dozens of fire trucks still in position as firefighters mop up what's left. Witnesses say the suspect had sort of a zigzagging escape route, running through the bank's back parking lot into and back out of the dollar store before getting tackled in front of the brake check. You can see that whole second story gutted by fire. I did manage to sample a raw oyster. I think I cheated though. I actually chewed it before I swallowed it. To give you an idea what might have happened, we're going to drive you through it. We're driving down Briarcrest, approaching the intersection where the accident happened. From a block away, you can just see a very small piece of red on that stop sign. As you get closer, you can't see the stop sign at all. Here live, you can get an idea just how high these floodwaters were. We have debris and branches well over my head, maybe 10, 12 feet up in the air. It's been called a can ban, but that's not entirely accurate. Not only can you not bring this can of beer on the river with you, you can't bring this vitamin water, this soda, or this bottled water in the containers they're sold in. Ursula, it was a long night and it's been a long day for a lot of folks out here. The fire chief telling us about 24 homes have been damaged in some way by this tornado. Here behind me is one of the worst. This belongs to the McCreelis family. You can see the roof has been shredded off. It's laying in splinters on the ground back there. Nobody hurt during the tornado, but they have a lot of cleanup ahead of them.
This is a concrete house, solid concrete.
The only part of Ron McCreelis' house still in one piece, the rest torn apart by tornado winds.
That was a little worse than what I thought last night, actually. When I saw it in the daylight, when I saw trailers way out in the field.
We met Ron last night, a few hours after the tornado hit. He and his wife, Lynn, rode out the storm in a bathroom in that concrete section of the house, getting there with just seconds to spare.
And she made that corner just in time, and that wall fell down or she would have got trapped.
A few football fields away, as the crow flies, Joe Murillos and his wife were leaving their crumpled home in the back of a neighbor's pickup truck.
Everything came down. My house is destroyed, my vehicles are destroyed, everything.
In the daylight, Robinson Lane, where he lives, was a mess. Pieces of people's roof twisted through trees like tinfoil. Bringing Eva Reyes' roof back to the ground took a heavy-duty winch and a lot of pulling. Her uninsured home likely to be written off as a loss.
But we're here, so that's what counts. That's what matters.
Very lucky to be alive, I tell you. It was in the seconds or we wouldn't be here.
We have heard reports of a few people injured in the area. The worst we've heard of is a woman who apparently suffered a broken leg. No fatalities, though, which a lot of folks out here have been saying is pretty amazing considering the damage. We're live in southwest Bexar County. Simon Gutierrez, KSAT 12 News. Well, according to police, the little girl is in the pediatric ICU in serious but stable condition. Detectives, meanwhile, still trying to figure out who pulled the trigger. According to police, a car driving in the 11,200 block of Baywood opened fire on a group of people standing outside just before 1 in the morning. Neighbors remember hearing multiple shots.
I came in and 15 minutes later, we heard the pop, 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 pop. It was like 9 shots.
Police think the shooter may have had a beef with one of the people standing outside, but instead of hitting the intended target, a bullet hit 7-month-old Maya Baxter, who was sitting outside in a stroller.
We were told this morning that the child came out of surgery, the bullet was removed, but there was some internal damage that was done.
Police think the shooting may have been gang-related. They say there had been a fight between one of the witnesses and a person they consider a suspect about a week ago.
And that's somebody definitely we want to talk to. So if that person's out there, it's in their best interest to come forward before we go looking for them.
Richard Vasquez lives next door. He says he was playing with the baby just minutes before she got shot. After what happened, he says he's thinking about moving out of the neighborhood.
I have a 7-month-old baby myself, and I wouldn't like that to happen to mine.
As for little Maya Baxter, Vasquez and other neighbors can only hope for the best.
I heard today that it's really bad. She's in intensive care, so just got to be praying for her. Maybe she'll make it.
Police don't have a description of the suspect, but they say the getaway car is a dark gray 80s model Cadillac. If you have any information about the shooting or anything that may have led up to the shooting, detectives would like to hear from you. We're live at police headquarters. Simon Gutierrez, KSAT 12 News. Mixing in a layer of sand, Tony Carranza's crew puts the finishing touches on Frank Berzik's new lawn.
Well, we said, let's do it. We took all the bark mulch off. That was about 2.5 weeks ago. And what you're seeing now is the finished product.
Lush, green, and extremely durable.
Instant grassification, just right away you have green grass year after year, no maintenance,
The turf, which looks just like real grass, is actually made of polypropylene with a polyurethane back. It can last anywhere from 10 to 15 years, and of course it will stay bright green without a single drop of water.
So it's UV treated, so it's not going to fade on you. 8-year manufacturer warranty.
Starting with last year's extreme drought, Carranza has enjoyed a serious spike in business. Homeowners tired of the constant battle to keep their lawns healthy in San Antonio's extreme weather.
We think it's gorgeous. We can't believe how many people have stopped here in the last 2 weeks.
Several, Burzig says, asking for Carranza's number. Some thinking the grass was real.
They asked when could they get the sod installed. We said it's not sod, it's artificial turf.
At $8 to $10 a square foot, it's not cheap, but it comes with the peace of mind of never having to set a sprinkler again.
The only maintenance is just a leaf blower and a plastic rake. And once in a while you can hose it down if it gets dirty. That's all the maintenance you'll ever have to do.
In Alamo Heights, Simon Gutierrez, KSAT 12 News.